We were talking about Germany, that Germany is basically lost, and I don't know if the UK still has a chance of, recovering or making a U-turn, a 180-degree turn, and make the UK great again. We want the UK to be great again. We want Europe to be great again, mega, but this is not helping at all. Mario Knopfel, UK free speech crackdown. Police target grandmother over Facebook posts. A grandmother. Helen Jones was left shaken after 2 police officers arrived at her home, all because she criticized Labour Party councillors on Facebook. Her crime, let's see the complete from Mario, calling for the resignations of officials caught in a WhatsApp scandal where one politician wished death upon an elderly voter. Greater Manchester Police admitted she broke no laws. Yet, their visit left her feeling terrified and too afraid to post online again. I can understand that, because if these people use power. This is the video of what went on. I show you the video. This is the video of they arriving this grandmother's home. I mean, my question is, aren't there enough, criminals in the UK doing heinous stuff with very pointy knives and machetes and everything else in between, to be worried about Facebook posts? This is a way, I'm going to tell you, this is a way precisely, this is a way to terrorize people. It's like, because other grandmothers and grandfathers, other elderly people are going to say, all right, I don't want police coming to my house. I don't want to get into trouble. I don't want all the trouble. She's showing his identification to the home camera. Other people are going to know about this, and they're going to say, I don't want to get into any trouble with the police whatsoever, and I'm just going to post, animal and baby AI slop on Facebook and nothing more. I'm not going to post anything on Facebook or on WhatsApp or Instagram. Remember that Meta, the company owned by the lizard Zuckerberg, owns all 3 services, all 3 apps: Facebook, WhatsApp, and Instagram. Remember that. Some people don't know that. Some people are not aware of that. And Zuckerberg wants to play like he's the good guy right now. Oh, we are going to fight against censorship. Bollocks. That is not happening. That is not happening anytime soon. In fact, that's how you see that Zuckerberg is not pronouncing himself about this. So how are you going to say that a Facebook post is worthy of 2 police officers visiting an elderly lady? I mean, critics, including Lane Duncan Smith, blasted the police for acting like thought police. Well, they're not acting like thought police. They are thought police. They're not acting anymore. They're not hiding it anymore. They don't want to, keep appearances or something like that. No, they are actually doing it. They're going all the way there. While Toby Young warned of Britain's growing authoritarian atmosphere under Keir Starmer. I wouldn't call it atmosphere. I would call it like, this is like jelly. Like, it's not an atmosphere. You cannot even breathe with that authoritarian regime. I mean, this is the worst. This is the worst that has been happening. I still want to have hopes. I don't know if I'm too naive or I'm too hopeful. I still want to have hope for the UK, but when are the next elections? How long are they going to be under Keir Starmer's boot? How long is this going to be happening? It's going to get worse because, again, these are terror tactics. You do this appears in the Daily Mail because we have to know about this. But the problem is that I say this, let's say expose this in my show, and maybe you are an elderly lady in the UK and say, oh my God, I don't want that happening to me. I don't want that. I don't want to get into trouble. And that's how you silence people. You silence people by way of terror. This is like a message that they are sending. They make sure that the Daily Mail covers this. They make sure of that. Meanwhile, real crimes in the area go unsolved, with the nearly 75% of shoplifting cases ignored. I mean, I could tell you, I don't want to become, tabloidy or gruesome in my show. You know what is already happening in countries like Germany or the UK or the Netherlands or Austria. Terrible things. As of course, checking all those news all day long are a drain of energy. I don't want to give you that drain of energy. I try to bring you what is relevant for you and the most entertaining when possible. But how can you be entertaining? How can you find what kind of entertaining angle can I find? Tell me, because I don't know of this happening to people who are doing nothing, have committed no crime, are doing nothing illegal. This is bullying. This is harassing. And for some of you who have been asking, no, I don't live in the UK, and I'm telling you, I would have to think twice before visiting the UK again. It's gonna be not a good idea. I'm pretty sure I'm in quite a few lists, like MI5, MI6, and every MI before and after that. So no, I don't think it would be a good idea for me to visit the country. It's like what happened to Father Calvin Robinson. You might know Father Calvin, in which he was in Israel, and while he was in Israel, his visa in the United States was revoked. He found out he already moved to the United States, and his visa, Father Calvin Robinson visa in the United States to be a legal resident in the United States, had been revoked. He was not only, banned or revoked his, I don't know how to say that, his parish in the UK, but his visa to stay in having all his stuff in the United States, he cannot enter the United States anymore. Even his ESTA permit to enter the United States has been void. So he cannot enter the United States. I don't know. I think he had already sorted that out. But then it was the thing that he had to, the option that he had, he could stay in Israel. And you know that since Hamas did not hand over all hostages, then he didn't know what could happen in Israel while he was in there. So it was dangerous, of course. The other option would be to go to London, to the U.S. Embassy in London. But Father Calvin Robinson knew, he wrote a lengthy blog post about that he was afraid of, who could stop anybody from detaining him at the airport and charging him with hate crimes or any sort of crazy stuff. That is the sort of things, that is the sort of world we are living in which countries which we used to say that, well, these are bastions, these are first world countries, these are, these are, bastions of first world, have become this kind of between a banana republic and tyranny. This is something unacceptable on every level. And at the same time, they allow for all these abroadians not only to enter the country freely and go in and out, because you know that something about abroadians is that so many of them enter the country because, oh, we are looking for asylum, we are refugees or something. For some reason, over the summer, or no, it would be the other way around. It would be over the winter, over the London winter or the UK winter. Somehow they go back home. They go back home. And then when the weather is nicer in the UK, they come back to the UK. How does that work? I don't know. Somebody should answer for this, because it's not only the UK, but many other countries in Europe are suffering under this insane policies that nobody. And why? Oh, if you try to complain, you're a bigot. How dare you? We need to embrace our brothers and sisters who come from these torn countries. And well, meanwhile, you will be paid a visit by two very busy police officers over a Facebook post. Make it make sense. I would like to know what you think about this in the comments.